Now, before all of the blue-collar demons get in my comments calling me soft for having not worked a 500-hour shift this week, allow me to state my case and my reasoning. Having been a professional bean scooper for 5 whole years of my life, I think I have enough knowledge to speak on the subject. I'm only 21 years old, and while some of you might consider that unk status, I'm still a spring chicken who spent 5 years in jail. And once you hit 5 years, you might as well be at 6 years. And once you hit 6, that's basically 7. So to correct my previous statement, I've been a professional bean scooper for 7 years. That is a third of my life. Go ahead and find anybody more qualified. I'll wait. Oh, what's that? You couldn't find one? It's almost like they don't exist. And as a punishment for wasting my time and your time, you gotta subscribe and like and comment your favorite fast food restaurant. It's no secret that fast food job sucks, but you're probably wondering, if I hate my job so much, why am I still working there? And it's real simple. I'm in it for the love of the game. They could stop paying me today and I'd still be working. I'm a patriot, a cog in a slave labor machine, a fast food ride or die, if you will. And just to avoid any name calling or misunderstandings, I am only loyal to one fast food joint. That's the one I work at. I am not a homie hopper. You would not catch me kicking it with Ronald McDonald on Monday and then letting Wendy throw it in my chalupa on Tuesday, nigga. That's just not happening. If it's not fast casual dining, then it's not for me. But regardless of where it is, the truth is all of these jobs suck equally because they have the same exact problems. And with that being said, allow me to tell you why working in fast food sucks. Your coworkers are going to be like a case of whiplash. Either they're a 10 out of 10 human being who you could maybe possibly chill with outside the kitchen, or they're the worst person imaginable for any kind of situation. Or the secret third option, it's a friend that you knew before you even got the job. But it doesn't matter who they are, they're going to let you down eventually. Within these different weight classes of coworkers, you have the slackers, the managers, the wannabe managers, the complainers, and the constantly constipated. The slackers are pretty self-explanatory. Your classic Mordecai and Rigby. When they're working, you might as well be down one person, and you're probably going to end up doing their job because they couldn't get it done in the entirety of their 8-hour shift. But these niggas somehow always have a job. The managers can vary wildly from the super chill kind of manager, so chill that you're wondering how they became a manager in the first place, to the super uptight managers who run the store like a dictatorship, to the point that you're wondering, how are you only a manager? You might as well have been the CEO. The wannabe managers are the perfect employees to subject to slave labor. They're getting paid the same amount of money as everybody else and giving themselves extra work to do. My nigga, why are you trying to write me up? We both got hired last week. They walk around cosplaying as if they have authority, and they never cosplay as like one of the chill managers. It's always the most uptight manager they could possibly be. The complainers are somehow more annoying than the slackers because they get half as much work done and complain twice as much. And then we have the constantly constipated, a bit of a mixed bag. They're usually the best employees in the staff when they're actually working. When they're not working, they're in the bathroom. Doing what? I don't know. Probably witchcraft. And I can say with confidence, I've been in every position I just described. I never claim to be good at my job, only that I've been working there for 12 years. Realistically though, it doesn't matter who you have as a coworker. 9 times out of 10, they leave within like a month. And then you welcome in a whole new cycle of the same type of people, which really puts you in some sort of minimum wage hell cycle. And it really only matters also if they come to work. From what I've heard, not a day goes by in a fast food restaurant where at least one person doesn't call out. It's like an unwritten rule. To have a successful restaurant, you have to have that one nigga who's never gonna show up. And it's always the same exact excuses. I'm sick. I have a family emergency. My grandma passed. You must have Alzheimer's. You told me that same grandma passed like 2 months ago. When I started working my first job, I was saving up to buy a PS5, and I ended up buying a PS4 instead, and then staying stuck at that job for 17 more years. And that's the issue right there. I'm 16 saving up for a PS5. There are like 30, 40-year-olds working that same job that I'm working, supporting their families. I knew how much I was making, and I could ballpark how much they were making, and there's no way we both have the same amount of money. My guy, you got kids. I'm just trying to play 2K. Something here was not adding up at all. And that's not like a diss to anybody who's working a fast food job at that age. We all need money. But what I'm getting at is, working with these people makes you realize how bad you are at money management. You have one guy supporting his family with the same check that I'm using to buy DoorDash. They have a lot more responsibilities than I have, and I guarantee if I were to go band for band with any one of them, I'm losing. But maybe I wouldn't lose. I've been stacking paper since I was a youngin', but I don't know about y'all. And nowadays, with the way things are looking, these fast food checks are not cutting it. Back in my day, I could walk into a store, buy something, and leave with the confidence that I spent my money wisely. Nowadays, I walk into a store with absolutely no money, and I somehow leave with even less money. These days, just looking at nice things feels expensive. And on top of that, everybody else is also broke. If I walk into a store with $20 in my pocket and I'm planning on making a $10 purchase, I leave the store with negative $25 in my pocket. Why? Because there is a service fee at the self-checkout, I gotta tip the nigga at the door, and then I got robbed on the way to my car. My fast food checks cannot cover these kinds of excursions. So I propose that all of us fast food employees start writing emails to our jobs, asking them to give us a raise. Or you guys can just send your emails to me at paymemormoney@gmail.com, and I'll email your jobs for you. Again, you can send me an email at paymemormoney@gmail.com gmail.com asking for more money, and I'll get you that money. I don't know about you guys, but minimum wage has me in chains, ready to be whipped seductively. But you guys can change that right now by subscribing, liking, and telling me your favorite fast food place in the comments down below. First comment gets free Bubba for a year. Just walk into your nearest Bubba, and when they ask you to pay, just tell them Curve said it was cool. And then when you get arrested for stealing, tell the police I said it was cool. And then when you're in the courtroom, tell the judge I said it. Fast food customers have got to be the brokest, yet somehow the most uptight and demanding people I've ever met in my entire life. I want to save any super specific customer interactions for another video, but before that comes out, allow me to tell you guys how annoying some of y'all can be. Here's a general rule I think everyone should follow. If you're talking to someone whose responsibility is to handle your food, don't be an asshole. It should be in your best interest to treat them like an actual person with dignity, and yet somehow the interactions I've had can come off as either rude or just silly. So in lieu of me giving you guys specific customer stories of them doing their best job to piss me off, I'm gonna list off some of my most unique experiences. Just the other day, I had a customer complain to me that the restaurant was too cold and that we needed to turn it up because they could feel the breeze. Here's how the interaction went. Excuse me, bean scooper, can you turn up the temperature in this restaurant? It's just too cold. Yeah, my friends and I, who showed up here in our bikinis for some reason, can really feel the breeze. We just cannot eat our food like this. Oh, well, I'm sorry, man. We actually can't control the thermostat of the store. We're pretty much burning up back here as well. We can't even turn the AC. Listen here, burrito boy. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and if I come out and the temperature is the same as it is right now, I'll kill you. Okay, thanks, bye. Alright, so I'm obviously exaggerating. She didn't threaten to commit any crimes. She just told me if I didn't turn up the temperature, her and her friends would have to leave the restaurant, which is insane because they already paid for their food. They stood to gain literally nothing. One time a dude called the cops on me because I couldn't accept his mobile order. For context, that day we had like 7 callouts. It was literally just me and my boy Steve against the entire world. So naturally, we had to shut off the online ordering system for the store until some reinforcements arrived. So somehow, even more naturally, the guy decided the best way to get his food and make our day even worse would be to call the police on me for not wanting to make his order, and then sit in his car while the police were talking to me, waiting to get his food, just to end up getting trespassed. This other time, we had a bus full of like 30 kids pull up to the store a few minutes after we opened, and for reference, we don't hit our busiest hours until like mid-afternoon, because that's when we have enough food for the day, right? So this bus of 30 kids essentially gave us a rush at the crack of dawn when we had no food ready. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was that we do catering, but even for catering, you have to place your order a day in advance so we can prepare for it. And I don't know what I was on that day, but I was feeling a little bit sassy, so I slipped a catering pamphlet into one of the kids' bags. I don't know, I thought it was pretty funny. But you know who didn't find it very funny at all was the parents supervising these kids. They found it so unfunny actually that one of them decided to walk back into the store, throw a bowl on the floor, and demand a full refund. And for context, one of the cheapest meals you can get at this restaurant is like $10, and that's not including any of the side dishes, any drinks, any of that stuff. So we're gonna take that lowball base number 10 and multiply it by 30, giving us a grand total of $300 minimum. They wanted $300 refunded to their account over a literal sheet of paper. And remember, this is at the crack of dawn. I could not think of a better way to start my day. You know, writing through the script, I've realized it's not a fast food issue. Jobs just suck in general, but they gotta suck. Not everything can be fun. If you wanna go out clubbing Friday night, you gotta work Monday through Thursday. How else are you gonna be able to afford making regrettable decisions? If that's not the American dream, I don't know what is. But that's all I had. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, make sure you guys go outside, drink plenty of water, and have a nice day.